often regarded as one of the worst pack-in titles ever for any system of all times. Hey, this is the Game Collector and this is Second Opinion Games, and today we take our look at Cybermorph for the Atari Jaguar.
Second Opinion Games.
Cybermorph is one of those games that is absolutely hated by nearly everyone that's ever played it. And the game does do a few things wrong. For example, when you crash into the ground or into a mountain, this green head shows up and says, "Where did you learn how to fly?" Or, "Don't hit the ground." Well, no crap. And it does that every single time you hit a mountain. Also, there's no in-game music. There's music in the beginning, which actually sounds pretty good, but when you're playing the game, all music stops. And third, there is the draw distance, which is absolutely horrible. And it really shows the limitations of the Jaguar, or bad programming. My money's on bad programming, as I've seen other games with a much better draw distance. See, Cybermorph was really rushed through its development process to come out with the Atari Jaguar, and they had to get it in before the holiday season to sell units. That means rush a game through production, and it's sort of broken to go with the Jaguar. It's very unfortunate because this game has a lot of potential to be very good. So let's go over some of the good aspects of it. Full disclosure here, guys, I did beat this game when I was a kid, and it took me many hours to do so, and then I shelved it, never to play it again, until today. And when I put it in my system, I was actually rather blown away. The draw distance is still just as horrible as I remember it. However, the controls are really tight. Yes, I did run into the ground a few times, but it was really rare. I really had good control of my ship. I was reminded of the iWar review I did. Except this game is just a lot better. The draw distance, granted, isn't as good as iWar, but the way your ship controls, just everything that feels in this game feels better. I do really wish there was music though, but the game really isn't that bad. All of the enemies on screen are well constructed, and there's buildings and different power-ups and even dropping bombs. I'm telling you, this game really isn't as bad as everyone says it is. Keep in mind, there is tons of content here too. And I mean tons. There are so many levels to Cybermorph that I find it really hard to believe that you're going to play through it in the very first try. Matter of fact, you're going to see game over a lot. And not just because you're running into walls because of bad controls, because the controls are actually pretty good. Matter of fact, they're better than a lot of the 3D games on the PS1. They really did it right. And you know what? Come to think of it, I think this being a pack-in title was a relatively good choice, because it shows off the controller without overwhelming the people with the number pad. Yes, there are different things that you can do with the number pad, but you really don't even need to touch it. You could play through this entire game without using the pad at the bottom of the controller, and that is a very big deal, because when you're checking this game out for the first time with a new game system, you really don't want to be burdened with all those extra buttons. Keep in mind, we were used to much simpler games before the Atari Jaguar came out. And then we come to the overlays. And that was what most people say a new old idea. Overlays have been around for a very long time, and now it's been recycled into something new for a new generation. And the Atari Jaguar was going after an old generation and a new generation all at the same time. And because of this fact, Cybermorph is a great game for it. It got to use the overlay a little bit, and also didn't need to use it at all. So, guys, If you want a really well-constructed game, maybe stay away from this. But if you could look past the flaws, you will find that Cybermorph is really a very good game for the Jaguar. But that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you like my review, please subscribe. Also, feel free to leave me a comment. I am in a very small room trying to review every single Atari Jaguar game, so I would love to hear from you. Also, if you have something good to say, I love that. If you have something negative, please, I take criticism very well, and I'll work to make better reviews in the future. So, thanks again, guys.